YouTubers, welcome back. It is Saturday night, the 17th of June. I'm not out camping, I'm back here on night watch again. And I got another little Zebco here to work on. Now I'm not sure excuse me, exactly what you'd call this thing. Just a little Zebco is all it says. It's small. It doesn't say micro or nothing like that on here nowhere. All it says is 2-ball bearing right there. And on the foot it says Zebco made in China. So all I know is it's probably made after 2001 anyway. It's a little old bitty small thing too. So it's got 2-ball bearings. It's pretty crudded up. Needs a little cleaning and fixing up. Be a good little old reel. So that's what I'm gonna do tonight. I'm gonna work on this thing. Pop that cover off. It's grimy in there, messed up in there. There's some junk on top of this spool cap here. So hold that handle and just unscrew that. Come right off. Got one little pickup in there. That looks pretty clean in there. Looks pretty good except for that junk on top. It's got some felt around the spool here. Looks like it's got a little bitty 4-pound line on it or something. Let's take this little E-clamp off of here. I have not seen one like this. It's gold plated too, so I figured it might be a little Zebco micro or something like that. I don't know. If anybody knows, comment down in the bottom and let me know. It's got this little keyed washer on top of the spool here. I can get it off. Alright. Yes, a little key washer here. And a little small, let's see if I can take this off. Bottom looks good. It's got a little plastic washer here. It's got a little grease on there. It's kind of stuck on there. Little plastic washer there on top. I'll change this line out. But yeah, that looks pretty good. It ain't got no grease or nothing in here, so got this main gear right here, and it is already drag set all the way down to the low point, which I should have done that first place. Got another key washer here over the drag, and here we go. The main drag gear, it's got that little spring washer or whatever you call it. It's kind of stuck there too. You can tell it's wavy looking. It's like they make it that way. I'll get that off later, I guess. Looks good. No teeth missing or nothing. That all looks pretty good. Got some old grease down in the bottom of it. See if I can get this little gear here out. Yep. That looks good. Nothing wrong with that. That looks good. Take this back off. But I have never worked on one like that. There, my thing fell out. Huh. That one looks different too. But alright. Yeah, that looks all grimy down in there. But this here looks pretty good. And brass looking. I guess those are the 2 bearings. I don't know if there's one below that main gear right there or not. But alright, let's see if we can get this thing apart. Take this handle off first. I have to keep looking back here to see if I'm in frame. But yeah, that looks good. Nothing wrong with that. Handle ain't broke, it's dirty. Wash that up. Alright, I guess we can pop those. I don't know how the anti-reverse is set up on this thing. It don't even have a lever for anti-reverse or nothing. I don't know. Just have to figure this one out as I go. See if I can pop these bearings off. There goes that one. Alright, well. Alright. Yep, that's the two bearings. I guess. That might just... Those kind of look just like they bushings. Ain't no bearing to that, is there? Well, I guess the bearing's on top of here and on the bottom of this gear here. Yep, there's one of them right there. Yeah, that's the bearing on top of that shaft there. So that's your two bearings there. Could get two more and soup this thing up real good, huh? But it's got two sets of gears on it. That in there looks good. I guess that might be your anti-reverse deal there. I don't know. Because there's nothing on here indicating anti-reverse. Got one little brass washer there. Goes on the back of that gear there. I'm going to leave it on there for now. I guess that's how that anti-reverse works somehow. Up against that little gear right there on top. I'm not sure. But that's all there is to that. So simple enough, I guess. And this don't have all the stuff down in there for the anti-reverse. So I don't know about this one, y'all. Help me out on it. I don't know what to call this thing except for a little old Zebco. I don't know if I need to take that bearing out or not, but it just popped right out. But yeah, I'll just put a little grease on them, or oil on them bearings right there. But the rest of this stuff I'll take and wash up real quick. Just use a little Dawn, something mild detergent, wash all this up right quick, except for that spool. Just kind of scrub that off a little bit. But I'll clean this up and I'll get back and we'll put her back together. Alright folks, we're back. Cleaned up real nice. It was so dirty. That water was all nasty when I got through washing all this stuff up. But it's nice and clean now. And I have been looking around in here just trying to find anything else writ on this thing about what kind it is, but I ain't seen nothing. So alright, we'll put this thing back together. I'm sure it's going to be just fine. Be a good little reel for somebody. I'm just going to put just a little bit of grease around the bottom. I'm using white lithium. I'm sure there's better grease out there, but that's all I got on hand at the moment. and I can always go back and put better grease on it. But alright, I ain't gonna put much at all. I'll stick this gear back in here. I'll put this piece in there first, I guess. Put my drag wheel back in there. Try to center that up. Stick this piece back in there. Put just a little bit of grease on this. Don't need much. Alright, stick that back down in there. Might have that upside down. Let me see. Yeah. Just like that. Little slide it on top. Alright. Seat it all the way back down in there like that. Oh yeah. Alright, now we'll go back in with this main gear. It only goes in one way. It's got the little ramps on the bottom. It fit it back like it was all the way down to the bottom. And that's it right there. Just a little shot of grease on that. Let's put this little spring gear back on there. That's good. I'll say just a little bit, not much. Just to say we got some on there. And I put this little key gear back in there. Got that little groove right there. That lip goes on right there. Just slide it right back down on there. Alright. That's the bottom part. Just a little bit more grease on there. A little on them teeth. A little bit on them teeth too. Alright. There's that part. This just slides right on top of it. Make sure I ain't got my line under there nowhere. Yeah. Alright. Put just a little grease around this top where that little plastic washer will go on top. Always want a little bit on top of that sprocket right there too, where it's gonna rub up on that pickup. Put my little plastic one on there. Just a little bit. Just to say we got some on there. You know, my eyes are bad, so. Put your other key washer back on here. And that is right here. Right there like that. Alright. Don't think it really needs none on this top. Put our E-clamp back in there where that key point is also. Let me make sure I got that on the right spot. There's a fly bothering me. Oh no. Yeah, that's it right there. Wipe some of this excess off where I can see where that hole is. Alright. That'll do it right there. And put my little E-clamp back on there. Maybe I can get it on with my slick fingers. There it goes. There. That's it. I should have done this a while ago and just put me a drop of oil. I cleaned these bearings up good. I didn't wash them in no soap or nothing. I just wiped them off good. Put me a drop or two of oil down in there. Yes, sir. Put that bearing back in the top of this one. Pop right back in. Alright, that top part is good to go. Alright, now let's work on this bottom. I'm just going to put a little bit of grease down in that shaft. I'm sure it don't need much. Stick our bearing back down in that hole there. That's it. Those pop in and out pretty easy. Make sure I got it in there flat and straight. Yeah, it popped in that time. Got both of them back in there now. Alright. Let's see. I'm going to put a little bit on this gear here where that bushings was going. I got to put my little washer back on there too. Little brass washer. Put a little bit of grease on here too. I guess that is going to be your anti-reverse. It works up on this one little extra gear right here. I've never seen one like that, but I'm sure that's how it works. Up against there like that somehow. Once it goes back together, you see it. And alright. Put our little brass washer back on the back of this gear here. And put our bushings on there. One slide real easy. But that's all that was holding them on there. Alright. I'm going to stick this gear back in there first. Let's see. Maybe so. I'm going to put a little drop of oil on this. A little grease on this wheel here, on this gear here. Hoping I'm remaining in frame. Of course, I may have to put that other gear in first. I'm not sure. We'll try it this way. So I'm on that anti-reverse too. Pop that back down in there like so. And this went all the way down in there. That feels good. Slides back real easy. Oh yeah. Alright, let's see if we can get this back in there like it's supposed to go. I'm going to put that anti-reverse stuff on this side. And them bushings got to come all the way out. Alright folks, I'm back. I've been having a time with this thing. Figuring out how to put it back together with that anti-reverse. But those have to be pointing down on this side of that gear right there, and put them in with the bushings and everything at the same time was getting to me. But I think I got it figured out now. So I'm gonna try it again. See, them bushings fall off so easy. But I am going to start it. I'm sure you can't see it too good with my grubby fingers in the way. But alright. Think I got it that time. I had to figure things out. Push that bend back up there. Let me see. To make that anti-reverse work right. And this little hair line poking out everywhere. Alright. Haha, got it that time. If y'all can see it down in there, there's a little L-shaped thing there. You just go down, straight down that way on the bottom side of this to hit that top gear, and it's there now. I ain't gonna mess with it no more. It's there. Alright, I gotta edit this thing. Because that took a long time for me to figure that back out. But alright. Just gonna. Oh, I need some oil on that. But alright, I'm gonna stick a little grease on this gear here now. Put this handle on here for a second. Going around with it. Oh yeah, this thing's feeling smooth, y'all. Been to find this thing a good home. Be a good reel to give to a youngin' or something, or shoot, I'd use it myself. I got so many reels now. But yeah, that thing is smooth, y'all. And the reverse is working good. Alright. I'm proud. Figured that one out. The drag is working real good. Everything is looking good, y'all. Alright. Let me see. Put this handle back on. The handle cleaned up real nice too. Pretty. Screw this back in. We about got her whooped, y'all. Took me a while that time. But I'll edit it down to where it makes sense, I hope. But yeah. Alright. I'm going to put a little shot of grease on this. On top of this one. And under here where this cam's going to hit here. Stick me a little drop of oil on that little spring there, that little pivot. Got that ready. Stick this back on there. Alright, y'all. Put the back on. Stick a little shot of grease right there. Good measure. Well, it cleaned up pretty, didn't it? Put this cover back on. That little old bitty line. The hole to the bottom. Well, it's cleaned up pretty, didn't it? Alright, folks. Thing's just as smooth as she can be now. It's going to be a good little reel for somebody. Find a youngin' to give it to or something. It's just as smooth as silk. Alright. That line's so old and brittle I can't hardly pull back on that drag much, but it'll break in a heartbeat. But it works good. So that is a nice little reel. Like I say, somebody comment on it and see what they sell it as. All it says is Zebco 2-ball bearing. I don't know nothing else about it. That it was made in China. So it's probably a newer reel, really, about after 2001 anyway. But anyway, I hope this helps somebody out. If you got one like this, let me know. And y'all get outside, do something. I may try this out tomorrow, I'm not sure. I got 3 or 4 I want to take. I'm supposed to go fishing tomorrow. But y'all take it easy.